What are your limits? Do you know your limits? Well, you probably don't. We don't either, but Škoda Auto does. Good afternoon. We'd like to present to you today our project that we've been working on for a couple of months now. As I've mentioned, we've been solving this problem for Škoda Auto, specifically for their manufacturing coordination team. Imagine yourself, put yourself in the workers' shoes, the manufacturing coordination team. They have to plan an ideal, optimal production flow every day, every week, or even months in advance. And they have accounted for certain limitations or restrictions in their plan. But what happens when an unexpected restriction or limitation comes into play and break their whole plan apart? Well, their approach to this problem has been pretty much trial and error. They've been solving this based on their years of knowledge and some empirical experience or knowledge. Well, and even before they can validate this, they have to wait a couple months before they can even know if their plan works or not. Well, that's the basic problem, basically. So now Ulvea, tell us something more about this problem.
So what actually is production flow and why dispatchers are planning it? Here on our very simplified diagram, you can basically see cars that are in order 1, 2, 3. And now they will enter the production and exit in a completely different order, which is exactly the problem dispatchers have. So they spend weeks, months planning the sequence in which cars will enter the production line, which has to stay the same on the end. However, it mixes up for several reasons. And now they have to, basically they require more personnel or more time to finish the manufacturing process, which is bad. And as Jakub just mentioned, costs them a lot of money. So what is our solution? We basically took a huge amount of historical data, fed it to the machine learning model, and then the result was fed to the simulation model that basically resembles the actual production flow. And then we visualize those results, and we also use several metrics to show the user whether his planned production flow was successful or wasn't. So let's actually see our solution. That is the simulation platform where a user can see instructions on how to use it, then download a template to upload the restrictions, which are basically the rules on how cars are supposed to pass the production line. And also he can upload the actual planned production. Then he will see several graphs. On these graphs, for example, he can see the difference between entrance order and exit order as in the schema before. And we also have another type of graphs that shows how cars actually pass through each of the production points. Then we have multiple metrics and KPIs. You can see them below, but it will take some time till it comes to that point. And those metrics basically will tell the final user whether the planned production was successful or it could fail, and he has to replan it before it actually goes into real production, so it doesn't cause any troubles. Here are the KPIs.
So now that we've basically explained our solution, you have to wonder, well, what are the actual benefits? The actual benefits that I've already mentioned is that we can speed up the work process of the coordinators that took months. In their case, it takes in average like 4 to 3 months to just a couple of minutes, and hopefully 2 seconds. And also, with our solution, we can optimize the whole production flow and whole production process. And Škoda Auto has existed for many years, and also the production line has been put to certain challenges in those years. And with the rising challenges, like technical challenges and workforce challenges and their demands, we can help them adapt to these challenges better. So what are our future plans? Our solution is already deployed, so the workers can now test it in our simulation platform and play with it. So now our main focus is improvement of our simulation model and machine learning model to even further improve its capabilities. Also, we plan to integrate our solution architecture to the Škoda's ecosystem. And we would like also to further tailor our solution to the user's needs. So that was basically our whole presentation, but I would like to remind you that with our simulation platform, the future is in totally your control. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for the presentation. You are the board.
So what is the feedback from the employees?
So actually, we've been in Škoda Auto to test and validate this, and it's been pretty positive. Actually, we actually confirmed with them that our solution is accurate enough, and actually the results resemble a lot of the actual historical data.
Wait, for how long it is running?
It's been running pretty much like for a month now.
Okay.
My question is if the output, this report we could see, you suggested, or that was with cooperation with Škoda?
We mostly cooperated on the graphs, as the graphs are supposed to be readable to the dispatchers, and they use a specific type of graphs that they can read. So we basically implemented something very similar to what they're familiar with. And the KPIs were suggested by us, but we also talked to Škoda employees if they make sense to this specific issue, and also if they make sense in general. And finally, when we actually went there, we were showing our final projects, and we're asking basically for the feedback if that solution is something that they were imagining when giving us the project. But on the beginning, it was basically we could do whatever we wanted with the data we got to solve the issue.
Okay, so you cooperate with people who can read it.
Yeah, so we wanted to tailor the final result to what they can actually use.
Okay. The input must be done manually, or?
Yes, the input is a CSV file, and they plan, as we said, that car sequence for every day. So they will basically reuse what they are already doing and input that into our simulation platform.
Okay. And my last question is about costs, because I think you didn't mention that. Are there any costs connected with this solution?
Yeah, of course there are some costs. For example, our solution runs on the cloud, and but basically the price is not too high. For a company like Škoda, it's just really nothing.
Do you have any estimates how much it would save, or how much Škoda would profit from it?
Basically, our solution.
Well, it's the estimation, right? Basically, previously they've been like doing two choices. Either they had to replan in a flash, or have to delay the production line. So imagine they planned in production like thousands of cars in advance, and just like to delay it, or let's not say like it could stop, then each car costs something. And right now there are even some electric cars which cost a lot. So you can imagine it can go up to millions even.
It's usually said that basically 1 minute of stoppage is one cost of car, and one cost of car is 500,000 grams, let's say. And we also help actual dispatchers, so they don't require more personnel. to keep up with the production flow. So if something happens, they basically have to call more people to help visit cars. But if they use our solution, they will minimize the chance of something happening to the plant's production flow, basically. So that's also the pay rate of people that they require.
Yeah, that was one follow-up question. Thanks.
Is there still a way to improve the algorithm, or this is the best what now is the possible to do?
No, we are planning a lot of improvements, but there is a cooperation from Škoda needed as well. But for example, the simulation model is using a copy of the algorithm that they use, which can differ. So whenever Škoda has enough time to take us through the actual algorithm that we can use in the simulation, it will resemble the flow more, which is one thing. And also for our model, we didn't get enough data on some electric cars, for example, because they were in production for less than other cars. So whenever there will be more data, the machine learning model will also improve, and in the end, we will get basically better results.
So is it better than their algorithm right now?
Sorry?
Your model is better than what they use now?
They use nothing. They
Okay.
only use empirical knowledge, so they don't have a way to actually check if it will be fine or not. And what they're doing is they plan some sequence. They have several restrictions that basically affect the sequence in the sense that one car can't follow another car. For example, Elro can't follow ENIAC. And what they're doing is they put that to the production and they see if they had issues or not. And if they had issues, they change it. So it's trial and error, as Tomáš said.
Yeah, thank you. Fair answer.
You mentioned that data are inputted manually. Have you looked for some possibility to automate this part of process?
As I said, there's not really need to automate the process because right now they're already planning the sequence in the CSV format. So they will basically take their planned sequence and just upload it to our model. We were thinking about making it part of UI so that they didn't have to upload it, but the amount of cars is usually like couple thousands per day. So it would be a pain to actually click on the UI for each car or make it somehow like differently.
And by when it can goes to the production?
Right now.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much.